Hector works out all the time. We got
Hector
runs marathons, and Chris is in the gym all the time, and you're eating Lunchables. Let's get this party started, right? I'm Bob.
And what's your
I'm sorry?
Sarah.
Sarah, very nice to meet you. Let's get this party started, right?
So I'm about 6 or 7 months in.
Okay.
I do work for JP and Associates.
Uh-huh,
I've
yeah.
closed one deal. I have about 5 active clients right now.
Okay.
One's billed, and she's wanting to build all in cash.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just have an offer out right now on her lot.
Okay.
As far as marketing goes, I've done some Facebook, some open houses. I'm flirting with the idea of buying leads from Zillow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just having a hard time because the areas that I want are out of my price range.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So the lead piece is a unique. It's a unique channel of business because you have to work it completely different, I think, than you work your referral book of business, right? I mean, that lead piece, I have a full contact strategy behind it. I have a telemarketing company that calls leads. We internally call leads. We do personal videos to them. We send out they're on a text campaign. They're on a voicemail campaign. I mean, we have like a full contact strategy to try to reach these people especially within the first 1 minute of receiving a lead, all the way through really a full 30 days, but it's high impact the first 8 days. And then it kind of starts to scale to 30, and then we have a campaign that happens after 30, because sometimes we found that it's not always the first 5 or 6 or 10 times that you try to reach the lead that you're actually going to get the contact with them. It's 30, they're a 34th time. We've had some people we've reached out to 34, 35, 40 times, and they're like, you know what, we're ready now, we want to go with you. And we're like, what happened to the other 40 times? Could you have let us know that you existed? I don't know if you were in one of my classes or anything like that I've taught. There's something I do really well with corporations. I go into companies and I work with HR departments to set up benefit plans to help educate their employees around home ownership, around just being a better financial servant, being able to understand money better, to be able to pay credit better, that kind of stuff, then to ultimately, get to a point where you can buy a home.
Right.
And then if they choose to use the benefit program through that, they receive incentives and benefits.
Right.
Okay? So why couldn't we do that with...
We can. Another mortgage person mentioned something like that to me as well. I did not feel comfortable with that company, so I did not go forward with it. And I did reach out to my husband's company. There's a small fee, which I don't know what it is because I have not called her to find out what it is yet, in order to do that. But yeah, I have considered it. It's just the level of comfort I had with the company that was pitching it.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
didn't feel right.
Yeah. So there are companies that can say they do it. There's just companies that actually make it work, right? It's how it is being represented. So I started my programs back in 2006 because I had been dealing with health, dental, vision, 401k. When I owned those companies, I would be going into corporations and dealing with their dental coverage, their health coverage, all true benefit plans, right? And so you're sitting with the HR manager and you're understanding what's important to them and their benefit programs to their employees, but you also have to understand the CFO and what their concerns are from a financial perspective, and how do you mirror those two up. Then you take this forward into real estate and you say, look, it's going to be an amazing benefit because it is around the single largest financial transaction they make in their lifetime, real estate. It's done turnkey, and it matches up nicely with what the CFO is looking for because it's at no cost to the company.
Right.
And then it's about how does it actually get executed, right? I mean, how is it fully executed? Because you have to know how to prepare that and present that to a board of directors or to an HR person. It already has to be done when you walk into the room. It can't be what you're going to be doing.
Right.
It has to be done because they're not about what could it be. They're like, can we execute it now?
Right.
And then it's, okay, what's the strategy behind it? When can we pull off the first home buying event? What does the launch party look like? Launch party? Well, yeah. You got to make it exciting. I mean, that's what a benefit is to a company, and that's why it's important for them. Where's the authorization email that authorizes the benefits to the employees, just like you get? Do you have...
And that's what the other company did not have. They
Right.
just said, you just call them and give them this flyer. And I'm like, call them and give them a flyer?
No. If it's not that
Wasn't-
important, if it's not that important to you or to them, then why is it going to be important to the
And I
company
come
or the
from
employee?
corporate world. If they handed me a flyer, I just throw it in the trash can.
Right. And so then the strategy goes into, we set up Facebook private groups for the employees, right? We want them to join the private group because that's where we can market to them as far as the benefits. We ask the employee or employer if we can get the employee emails, right? Why? Because we want to remind them of the benefit that they have.
Right.
I mean, there's a whole strategy that goes into making it a success because it's not, oh, I got this company and it's a notch in the belt and you move on down the road. You have to work it.
Yeah. And that's why.
Yeah. But so those are things that don't cost money,
Right.
that have a significant return on investment. Awesome. Well, it's very nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you so much.
It was
Yeah,
nice
thanks.
meeting with
Thanks.
you.
Appreciate it.
Have a good rest of your day.
I will.
Have a good one.
Come out of a meeting, you got 6 missed phone calls and 12 texts. I think it's a great meeting. I think, after 6 months in the business, I think she's on the right path. I mean, she's already had a closing. She's got 5 more in the pipeline. I think really, just like I told her, I mean, it's all about enthusiasm. I mean, she's learning as much as she can, which is great. She's really investing in the knowledge side of the business. Now it's more about how much more attention can we put on her personal brand, and then what kind of level of enthusiasm will she bring to the table if she's going to be competing against people that have 5, 7, 10, 15 years in the business. Because I really feel, whether it's in my space as an originator or as in real estate, really in any industry, people connect with people that are really enthusiastic and passionate about what they do. She needs to be able to bring that every day. And it's just a matter of whether she can get there. She hasn't really engaged out there on the social side, so we got to really get her comfortable being uncomfortable on the social side. Create your side page if you want it to be for family, but you got to really fully invest in this social space, especially since she said she's never going back to a corporate world and this is going to be her career forever. Then you got to invest in that to build it long term. This is a big business. A big opportunity, but you got to commit to building a brand because there's way too many people out there doing what she does. Every time I got to get more hashtags going because every time I start to go Bob more, it's like Bob Marley. I think I'm going to eat something as well, but I'm definitely not going to eat a Lunchable.
Lunchables are good, man. Crackers, cheese. Got the turkey ones and the ham ones. They come with a little candy bar. Dessert. Which I always give to Hector.
Oh, Hector takes the
candy bar.
the candy bar.
Except for sometimes, I have those weak moments.
Well, it's because Hector works out all the time. We got
Oh,
Hector runs marathons, and Chris is in the gym all the time, and you're eating Lunchables. Lunchables and a Red Bull?
Yeah.
Dude, you're not even doing the sugar-free Red Bull. Are you kidding
I'm not
me?
on that level yet. I got off soda.
Dude, look at that. That's 105 milligrams of sodium. 27 grams of sugar? And you're doing this.
Look.
How do you, there's not enough nutrition in this to...
It has 8 grams of protein.
It's not going to be 28 cents like that thing probably
It's
costs.
cheap. When I first started here, I was spending $15 a day on lunch. Now I spend 98 cents. So.
But that... Oh, God,
Hams,
Brandon.
cheese. What more could you want? Crackers. It's great.
With a Nestle's Crunch and a Red Bull. I got to keep you around, dude. Don't die on me.